Good day, YouTube. This part of the video is going to be about the computer. I'm having a problem with, and I know this probably is not going to amount to much for any of you guys because you probably don't use Brave, but I use Brave because it doesn't have any ads on YouTube and don't have to watch all that stuff, and there's no special thing to do. All the updates are done via Linux. And so it works perfectly, and so I just use it. But now here lately I'm having some problems with it, and I'm going to show you what the problem is. Let me get this up here. Now it just did this on, now the key about this is sometimes it does this and sometimes it doesn't. I just watched the video from Bill, Old 64 Goat, and you can see that right there. I'll play a little bit of it, but like I said, what I want to do.
Well, here we are again.
So there you go. There's Bill talking.
I know I don't mean
now I'm going to go to the end of the video,
shop video,
and we'll watch the end of it.
So I don't kind of like believe the meter. Remember, that's DC that I'm reading off my power supply. So, and
I think, Bill, maybe that scope
right
is reading the AC component in the DC. It might be why it's reading 10.4. I don't know. I'm going to end
this video now. I don't mean to bore you. I'm sorry if I do. Take care, everybody. We'll see you Friday on the Friday Flap. Take care.
All right, now you can see that's normal. It comes back to my YouTube feed, whatever. But now watch what happens up here when I hit back. I went right back to the beginning of the video. And you see it says right up here, subscriptions. That's where I was supposed to go.
Well, here we are again.
Now, if I hit it again, it will take you back to this. It still doesn't go to subscriptions. And that's where my should be right there. You see subscriptions up here. And that's where it's at. Now, there's not all the videos do this, just some of them. And it doesn't do it all the time. But I've noticed every time that it does do that, when you go back to a video and it brings you back to the start of the video, it comes up to here, it says subscriptions. Well, that's not the subscriptions, that's the video. And I'll click on it again. You can see there's the video description right there. It's time for to bore you. You see that. Now I'm gonna go. It may not do it this time. Sometimes it does it. Sometimes it doesn't do it.
I'm gonna end this video now. I don't mean to bore you. I'm sorry if I do. Take care, everybody. We'll see you Friday on the Friday Flap. Take care.
So there you go back to that. Now, if I go up here and just press down a button, here you see it says subscriptions right there. I'll move my cursor a little bit. And next one is new tab, and that's where it went back to. Now, if I go to subscriptions.
I know I don't mean to bore you with shop videos all the time.
Yeah, it went right back to the start again.
Not much going on.
That's just a problem I'm having with Brave, and I haven't really tried it. I know Firefox doesn't do it, but I haven't tried it with Google Chrome to see if it does it, because basically this browser is just basically Chrome with no ads, and that's what it is. But so I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. If anybody that does use Brave knows maybe what's going on with this. I haven't seen anything. I've Googled problems with it and things like that, but it doesn't do it. So, or it doesn't say anything about it. I mean, there's problems with Brave that come up, but nothing like this. So, all right, that's going to do me. I want to do a little flapping on the computer or on the camera that Bill sent. If I haven't done that yet, you'll see that, so stay tuned. All right, well, I think I'm recording. Hope I'm recording. As you can tell, I think, by the pickups signs there. And if you can't, there's a truck down there, it says it. This is where I'm at. I'm going to pick up my groceries here in a little bit. I thought I would take a little time. I think I've got about 20 minutes. And flap a little bit here. And trying out Bill's camera that he sent me, the Kodak PlaySport, or not PlaySport, PlayTouch. I'll get it right here in a minute. There looks like somebody pulling in. Let me turn this around and get you situated here, and we'll talk a little bit more. I think we're on now, I hope. it is flashing the red light. I see the red light flashing, and yeah, I have my window open. It's not too bad out here. See what time it is. Usually pick up. It's 12:32. I pick up the. I have it set for between 1 and 2, and usually they call me about quarter till. I come down. Well, they don't call me. They text me. Quarter till, and I come down and go ahead and get my groceries, and usually I'm out of here by 1, so not bad at all. See somebody else getting theirs. They're pretty quick here. I like that. So I was watching Bill talk about his Regal, whatever it is, scope, and I was talking, I said something about this on the other part of the flap where I did on my computer. I think that might have been AC component in that DC power supply that, in other words, a ripple, that might have been picking up on that 10.4. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And that's all it was a guess. So, yeah, I've got groceries. I tell you what, these groceries are killing me. I think I spent $80. Now, this is 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks I do this. And it used to be $30, $35 every two weeks. And now I did get some extra stuff. I got a lot of ground beef this time that I don't usually get. But I had a lot of boxes of Hamburger Helper that my daughter had given me some time ago. And I thought, well, it's best to use them up. And thought, well, I'll just buy some ground beef. And then I bought ground beef patties. They're frozen patties. I like those. Those make an easy meal, slice of cheese and some mayonnaise, and it's ready to go. So I did that. I did some other things, got some cookies I don't usually get, and like I said, by the time I get done it was $80. So not a big deal. I wanted to touch on the I don't know how much. I'm looking right at the camera, so I'm assuming it's looking right at me. So anyway, I don't know how much you guys have caught lately about our BDST 2, but we have sold 5 of those now, I think, and that's not bad. I think it's darn pretty good, doing pretty good, and we're waiting on parts now from China. But other than that, that was what the pre-order was for. I mean, there was going to be some complications, and we need to find these things out and get our situation done. But again, we have sold 5 of them, so that's good. And I want to speak on one of our best customers. I think he's bought every kit. The guy up in Wisconsin, he's bought every kit that we put out so far, I believe. So that's good. I like that. So it's going good. But again, like I said, we're waiting on a couple things from China. And I also need to get my printer done, fixed again, so I can print out some more cases. We need 1 case right now for the orders we have, and the parts that we're waiting on from China. That we have a case for the other one that we're waiting on, but I need to get some more cases printed up, and so I think I printed 8 to begin with. I think we sent 5 out, so I thought we had 3 left, but apparently I only found 2. Maybe we already sent one. I guess the one I sent to the guy in Wisconsin. Come to think of it, I guess that's the one that we're talking about. So yeah, that would be right. So I print 4 at a time. I print 4 of the case backs or tops, whatever you want to call it, the big part of it, and then I can print 4 at a time the bases, and 4 at a time of the front with the hold the speaker. So that's it doesn't take that long really. I can make 8 a day pretty easy. So I'm going to do that. Plus, we're going to have to order some extra parts. There's one particular capacitor that we use a lot of now, 3 in 1 kit, and that's a 220 microfarad ECAP. Where, like I said, we're using 3 of those for every kit, and that's BDST 1 or 2. So got to get some more of those. I think we've got 40 left. So when we kind of start worrying about when we get down to, we know we only got stuff to make maybe 10 kits or whatever. So we try to do it that way, and that works out pretty good. But all in all, like I say, that's going good. Not much else going on. I've been being a bum over the weekend. I played Roller Coaster Tycoon about all weekend, and haven't done much else there. And so I've got that computer problem that I mentioned. I've had that for quite some time now. I thought maybe they would have an update or something of that sort, and it didn't happen. So it hasn't happened yet. So anywho, that's about that. Bill, you're doing a pretty good job there getting your bench organized. That's good, and getting rid of things really helps a lot sometimes. I know that too. But seems like I tried to even give them away, and it didn't. Nobody wanted them. So I don't know. So anywho, that's about that. Let's see, what else have I got to say? I was going to get some lunch, but come find out it was too late to. The time I got down here and did this, and made our little flap, it was going to be time to pick up my groceries. Like I say, I've got about 7-8 minutes now. Looks like that's what time they usually do me. So that's not always the case, but usually. So anyway, it's good to get out, and got window open. Obviously, weather here has not been great this past week. Been a little cool. Typical spring though. I can't complain. I think highs in the 50s, maybe the low 60s. One day, like yesterday, I think it barely got up to 50. But for the most part, it's staying warm enough where you can sit like this and with your window open. I've got my coat on, obviously, but like I say, I always wear that until the last minute because, it's just the way I am. What else is going on? Nothing much. Motorcycles. Yeah. They're out in force. I tell you what, they're at the house. I can hear them going up and down O'Brien Street, and when they get out of town, you can hear them rip. I tell you what, they let her loose, and so been getting a lot of that. It's typical spring, summer noises and stuff like that, but enjoyable, So I'm always happy when it's spring, summer, because it's just I hate winter. Can't stand winter. This one wasn't that bad, all that bad, but it's just it's kind of depressing. You just don't feel like getting out and doing anything. And I see the red lights still flashing, so I must be recording. I thought I'd do this one and put this up on my Mosslack channel. I haven't done much on that lately, and I thought I'd do that. And I had some more to add to this. Now I can't think what it was. If there's something else, if I end up remembering it, I will let you know. So, and anyway, again, that's what I'm doing, sitting here waiting for food. I may have some hamburger helper tonight. I haven't had a hamburger helper for a while. It makes a good couple meals, so I kind of like to have that every once in a while. I still have stuff left from last time I got groceries. That's another thing about I probably order more than I need. And I know I did this time, but I like to have some things that will stay good, other than the hamburger goes in freezer, so it's going to be good. But I think I only get one loaf of bread at a time usually, and that's about all I need for 2 weeks. And so, although I did have some butter bread yesterday, I don't haven't had butter bread for a while. And I thought, well, that'd be good for lunch. Nice light meal. I don't like to have anything heavy for lunch. So then I buy the what are they called? Not collectibles. Completes. Little meals in a tin, or it's not a tin, it's a plastic tray. You get Salisbury steak, roast beef, get the chicken, you can get turkey, you can get meatloaf, there's all kinds of them, but they're pretty much ready to go. You put them in the microwave, or you got to peel the label back just a little bit, or the foil back just a little bit, and I think for a minute, and you got a nice hot meal. Like I say, I like the meatloaf for the Salisbury steak, and I make a sandwich out of the meat, and then I have the potatoes with it, along with it, and that makes a pretty good meal. So, and I've still got some veggies left in the freezer. I like not Brussels sprouts, the broccoli. I like that a lot. So, been doing that and getting that to go, ready to go. So, well, I'm going to wrap this up. It's 12:42. I'm going to sit here and wait on them to call me, and I'll drive around there and get picked up. I'll pick up the groceries, I guess. But so yeah, let me turn you around again. There you go. There's a look at one person waiting. I think he's waiting on the same thing I'm waiting on. I don't think he's been called yet. But anyway, so like I said, they're pretty quick here. They've got a lot more space. They used to have only 10 spaces, and now they've got 27 spaces. So not bad at all. So not bad. Well, this guy looks like getting his now, so I guess maybe he wasn't waiting on. He must have a large order or something. Yeah, it's quite a bit. So, all right. Well, like I say, I'm gonna get off here, let you guys go, and I may flap some more back at the shop. We'll see. All right. Just want to try out this camera anyway. So, all right. Well, I am back from the grocery, and I even stopped and got some chili from Wendy's on the way home, and ate that. I tried this flap twice. Once I came home, and neither time recorded. I did find that the recording at the Walmart came out okay, but for some reason the red light would not flash when I came back home and set it up in here. Not sure why, but it did. So, one of the things I want to say is wish Greg of Greg's Vintage Workshop a congratulations. He is officially retired. And Bob showed me a picture of him in a shirt, and I'll pop that up there so you can see that. And like I say, I want to wish Greg many, many years of unemployed bliss. I guess that's the best way to say it. Like I said, I think he's going to relax a while and see what goes on from there. So, but I just wanted to say congratulations to him. Weather, I touched on the weather a while ago, but I didn't really realize, or didn't really say anything about the wind. We've got a lot of wind here, and I do mean wind. It's strong wind, and I think that's part of the problem. Bob said, "What did you get chili for? It's 54 degrees there." Yeah, but it's cold windy out there, so that was the way that worked. I never did get a notice from Walmart about picking up my groceries. Finally, a little bit before 1, I just checked the website, and it said check in. So I checked in and went over and picked up my groceries. I guess because I was sitting there, I don't know, maybe that it detects where your phone's at. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, like I said, that's about it. I played around with this. The ZI-10 Play Touch, trying to find a compatible firmware update for it. It does have the latest firmware according to what it says on the information about on the menu, but I think it's kind of like the little PlaySport was. It had a good version of firmware, but I think it had gotten corrupted. I think that's what happens with this. This one's a little bit flaky, like I said, because it didn't record a while ago, and also because the touchscreen is really flaky. Sometimes you get it to move around, and sometimes not. I think I've got the date set on May the 15th or April 15th. I don't know. It's not the right date because you just can't get it to work good enough to do it. And I understand Bill's frustration with it. And I thought about maybe taking it apart, but I think I'm almost positive it's a corrupted firmware problem because, and I could not find the firmware for this because I looked several places online, and most of them, said you can download it here, and you click the download, nothing happened. So obviously they're not really supporting it anymore. And Kodak itself, I think they said they stopped support for the camera in 2012. So anyway, it is what it is. Not a big deal. I've got plenty of cameras. I just like playing around with cameras, and so I thought I'd take this one apart and see if there's anything I could do to it, because it's not very useful as it is. Now, right now, it seems to be recording because the light is flashing. But before, when I was sitting in here playing around with it, the light would not flash for nothing. And so that's part of the flakiness there, I guess. So I just wanted to come back in and do another one and see if it was working this time, and I guess it does. So maybe it has something to do with charging the battery up. The battery wasn't dead it said it had like half. It showed about half of the line there for it, and I don't know. That's the only thing I could think. Maybe it has to have almost full charge before it works. I don't know. So again, flaky, 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 flaky. But not a big deal, one way or the other. So I was talking about before. I had sitting here at the bench looking at my BDST2 kits that I've got ready to go. I've got one completely ready to go. I've got one that's everything except for the main PCB, and the other one is missing the main PCB and a case for it. So I've got to get my printer back online and get it working again, and so I can start printing some more cases for these. We're doing pretty good. Actually got another sale since I talked at Walmart. I was sitting there a while ago and I seen something on the phone that said PayPal, and I thought, well, I don't know if that's the one that I got before or if it's another one. It was another one, so that's 6 now. Not doing bad. So I think we're going to continue the promotion until the middle of the month at least, middle of May, because I want to give everybody a chance to save $5 if they can, and anybody that wants one. And so I thought that would be a good thing to do. So, but yeah, we're waiting on boards from China and something else, but I forget now what it was. But there's 2 items that we're kind of waiting on. And one of them's the not waiting on, but we get running low on it, and that was the 220 microfarad ECAPs that we use for this board, and that's used with the BDST 1 and 2, and it takes 3 of them for both boards. So when you start using 3 components of one certain component per board, per board, that adds up pretty quick. So like I said, we're going to have to find another supply of those at a good price. I think we got these last ones at the place we usually get, which is in I think Thailand. I think that's what it is. Tata. But anyway, so like I said, they're good stuff. I mean, the quality is good and everything. So, and they're inexpensive. So that's what we do. That's where we go. That's how we roll in the hood. So I think I mentioned something about the power supply. It is in Greenwood, Indiana. Now that's between Columbus and Indianapolis. So it's not that far away. Now that doesn't mean it's going to be delivered tomorrow. The way these shipping partners work, and anybody that's gotten things through the mail via shipping partner knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, it will be here in the next few days, I think. And the 2 transformers, I think I mentioned those. Those are going to be here tomorrow, I do believe. One's coming, or one actually came UPS, and then it went to USPS in Indianapolis. So it's in Indianapolis now, and the other one's supposed to be in Seymour already. So, it should be here. Best I can tell you. So I've got 2 transformers. I'll have the transformer I need, and I've got the only thing that's really kind of I'm waiting on right now is a fan. I ordered another fan like the one that's in that one, and that is still hasn't been shipped. It has tracking number, but it hasn't actually been taken to the post office and shipped. The other item is the heatsink. Now I ordered that from AliExpress. I got the AliExpress order from on that fusible resistor that I needed for the boombox. Got that quick and got really good updates on it, and I was really happy with AliExpress. They must have changed their ways, and so this one's been the same way. I've gotten 2 or 3 updates on it already and just ordered it the other day, so I'm hoping it will get here as quick as that resistor did, because if it does, then we're gonna have that ready to go here in no time at all. So again, that's another reason I need to get my printer going, so I can make a case for it. I don't have to have a case right away, but I want one, obviously, and I want it to be exactly what I want this time, because now that I have an idea of what I want, and I've had that one to deal with, maybe I can get one, working the way I want it to work, and a little bit more room in it and things like that. So, hoping anyway. Now, the smaller of the 2 transformers I got coming is the one I'm using with that power supply. It only needs 2 amps, and I think the one I've got coming is a 3 amp transformer. So that should be good. The other one is the one, and I have ordered that also. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but the little power supply for 7 amps or whatever it was. I think it was 7 amps. The little all-in-one display power supply all-in-one. I ordered that too, so that should be in hopefully. And so, got this stuff ready to come in. I'm hoping I get this stuff done. So, anywho, that's that. Boombox. Gonna take a break from the boombox. I think I mentioned that. We're gonna probably work on that power supply next for a project on the bench. And again, I may go ahead and replace that resistor because I've got those now, and I could get that job done and get that one closer to being done. And I'm still wondering about the parts on that. I've got the money to order them, but I don't know what exactly to get. I haven't actually gotten that cassette mechanism apart to look at it. Now I've seen the pictorial on it from the manual, but that doesn't always show you exactly what's what. So I want to take a look at it and see exactly what I'm trying to get, so I'll know a little bit more about it. So all right, that's going to be doing it. I think I've done enough flapping for one day. I've done three times as much because twice it didn't take. So anywho, that's that. I gonna get off here and get some other stuff done that I need to get done. You guys have a great day. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and we will see ya.